In this video, I'll be showing you how to deal with the workflow for actually inputting a questionnaire. In the previous video, I showed how to create a review and add users. I've added one reviewer to the list, and we're looking at that review now. What has also happened is the workflow has run. Now, the workflow runs every 15 minutes, so you normally have to wait 15 minutes for tasks to be sent out. And let's look at it. We'll go home. And what you see is you are in the role of author. You have a review task, and this training project, the basic review for training project, and the task is answer. Due date 29th of October, that's the end. So let's click on this. And what you see is we have a set of questionnaires. The way to fill in questionnaires is actually the subject of another video. So I'm going to just rush through this. This is the standard workflow, the standard waterfall questionnaire. I'm going to brush through this to the end. And we're now finished, and you'll see that the task for actually completing the questionnaire is now finished. So you don't have this task anymore. And in fact, if we go back to look at this review and look at its status, we'll see that it's 100% done because we only have one reviewer, and a trainer has finished his task and everything's fine. Now I'm going to just in the background run the workflow again, which is fine, and then we'll go to home. And what happens is that the author now has a close task. What does that mean? It means, normally speaking, you would want to close your review at the end date of the review, but in this particular case, all the reviewers have entered their data, so you can now close the review because you're not waiting for any data. And what close does is very simply, it allows you to say, I'm happy with this, I'm happy with everything that's been input, I'm going to close all the submissions. So I'm going to click on the button to close the submissions, and we'll see a few things have changed. We notice that the review is locked. It has actually been locked since we started the review, and it's now gone to the status ready to analyze. So nobody can input any more answers to the review. All the data is there, and we can actually start analyzing. And we click on this little graph thing to analyze our review. Again, there's another video about how to analyze the subject of some other discussions, and the data here, because of the way we fill in the questionnaire, is fairly meager. The important thing to note in terms of workflow is at some point you will finish the review because you've actually entered your analysis. So let's put in some data. Is my assessment of the review, and again, because we didn't actually bother filling in the questionnaire, the data here is not so relevant. Let's make it nice and big and bold. Oh, sorry, big and bold. And there we go. Right, I'm happy with my analysis. I'm going to say finish, and we're done. So we're now completed, status completed, and we now have a report. And we can use this report. And if you are a user that is not the author of this review, you can use this to get your own personal report with your own personal weighted scores.